Why?
Too young.
Too young. Oh, how old is he? Oh, he's only a baby, eh?
Do you know, I don't know if you'd know. No, his granddad, Martin Flory. Martin. He was head of the Midlands board.
Oh, really? Did he?
I got a story about this guy, actually.
Oh, shit.
Do you want me to tell the story or no?
Tell the story, we'll introduce it. I'm here in BCB. I'm back on the West Midlands turf. I can't even say Birmingham because Tyler's going to kill me. Black Country. Wensfield? Wensbury? Wensbury. And with Tyler Denny and a shy 19-year-old that's sitting over there in the corner.
This shy, yeah, he's not that shy, you know.
He looks mischievous.
I won the English belt and I defended it a couple of times, whatever. I wanted to buy it. He said, yeah, I said, yeah. He said, 600 quid. I says, what? I ain't paying no 600 quid. So in the end, we managed to, what did we sort? 450 or something? 450. The belt's nice, it's got all engraving and that. Next thing you know, the board, I'm selling them for 185 quid. No, and the English. No, and the English. So I said to him,
he skanked you.
and I was going to buy the Midlands one as well from when I won back in the day. I was going to buy that one as well. And he was trying to tell me £500 for the Midlands. I said, well, this guy's doing it for 185. He said, I'll do it for 185 as well then.
And this is why we get bad reputations, that we like thieves up here.
You know what I mean?
Thanks to the likes of you.
But he couldn't do it for 185 before.
You can't even get out of
He
it.
can't even look at me now because I've had to punch him up every time.
Hence why I'm tired now.
We love it. But we're going to talk, well, today's subject is obviously the man himself, Tyler Denny, the EBU middleweight belt holder. Yeah. And what a journey. I'm Abs October Red. This is Tyler Denny. I've jumped on the camera because somebody put in my comments, yeah, I think it's best that you stay off camera. It looks more professional. So I think that was their way of saying, you're too ugly, you've got the face for radio. So I'm going to jump on the camera now on purpose. Every video.
It's good, it's different, isn't it? I watched that one say with Ben and that the other day. Good interview, man.
That was the one where the comment was on.
That was me. I'm joking.
Anyway, Tyler, the belts, purse bid gate. Let's start with purse bids. Somebody that's a good fighter, somebody that I've watched from. I remember I met you in Coventry when you wanted to tear my throat out because it was the River Wilson Bent rematch. All of that. We've been through all of that. And you have literally fought your way to victory. The underdog, the one that's always put in there. Yeah, he probably won't win this one. That's a tough opponent there. And we've got to where we are. You've won the belt. It's time to defend it. Talk to us about that.
Bring it on, man. This is what I'm here for. I thought I was having a voluntary it was meant to be last week originally, February the 24th. So that was frustrating because I was training over Christmas, took myself to Tenerife in a little camp and that with Liam and that because he's fighting in a couple of weeks now. But it's never materialised, and then next thing you know, I got a fight Felix Cash for the mandatory. I knew I had to fight him anyway, but we was going to have a voluntary, then fight Cash. But I don't know if the EBU's got fed up or whatever, waiting. They've chucked that on you. But I'm happy, all systems go. Purse bids, boxer lost to Matchroom, so here we am. Going to be on the zone by the look of it, but it's waiting for a date now.
Yeah, hopefully a date is something that we can hear about in a few weeks' time. What I will say is congratulations, because this is a purse bid that was actually put in, and they fought for it. I think sometimes, and I will say credit to Boxer, they've been in obviously the media for possibly pulling fighters out, not going for the purse bid. So with this situation, we can sit here and quite happily say, yep, both promoters bidded. And Matchroom won, and that's okay for us fans because now we're going to see you defend your belt.
Of course, yeah, and Boxer have been great to me. Sky have been great to me. They've put the bid in. They wanted to put the fight on. But all the comments and that were Matchroom. Everyone, Denny's going to pull out, and I was thinking, Denny's not going nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Unless Cash pulls out, the fight's happening. And as far as I know, Cash wants the fight as well. So they've put the bid in, so surely. But no way I'm pulling out.
I think this is kind of like a similar conversation I had with Dan Aziz, because obviously Dan Aziz was he did fight Joshua Buatsi, but they had a date set. And Dan Aziz quoted the message I sent him. I hope you get better soon. if it's true. Now, I said to him, because he called me out on it, and I said, look, it's not you. It's because every time there's like stuff going on, fighters get pulled out, dates get changed, and it looks bad on obviously the promoter. And that is why people are saying that. Not that they believe you're going to pull out, that you don't want the fight, that you're scared. It's because they're looking at, oh, X, Y, and Z's happened. So obviously the result of that is going to be this. But then unfortunately, you get tarred with that brush.
I get why people are saying it, because like you had the Fraser Clark and Wardley thing, but it's happening now anyway. Do you know what I mean? And at the O2 headlining, so maybe it's even better. I don't know. That's none of my business. Do you know what I mean? All I can care about is me. And when I see my names in a fight, like if Boxer won, great. Do you know what I mean? Like probably even better, because I've been boxing with Boxer and Sky and stuff, and you know they've tried to win matchroom. It's not the end of the world. You just fight. And people say, "Oh, you're fighting in." I fought in the away corner most of my career anyway. It makes no difference to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's just another day.
And that's what people fail to realise. And I think sometimes with our corner of the world, and we was talking about it off camera, we sort of like overlooked. We're sort of like not taken seriously. We are the B side all the time. And it's literally a Conor Walker, prime example, people that have had to literally fight their way to victory, continuously proving people wrong. Now, I'm going to ask from like, not necessarily a boxing fan's point of view, but just from a humane point of view, because you're in the public eye. Does this frustrate you when people doubt you all the time, Tyler?
Not really. It's not just me, is it? Like you said, you're Conor Walker, Sam Egginton's fighting this weekend.
Yes.
He'd be underdog. How many underdog fights he's had? I suppose the only frustrating bit is, as an area as a whole, I think if they'd just done more shows in Birmingham and the Black Country, like we'd sell out and we'd build. There's loads of fighters, do you know what I mean? And it's always us going somewhere else, really, and stuff. And no one's really locked it in as like a main sort of city of boxing or whatever. And I think it's their loss, I think, really. You seen Wolverhampton last time, do you know what I mean? It was mad. It was mad.
You should have headlined that, because I've never seen, you know, sorry to cut you, but if guys, whoever was there in Wolverhampton, shout out and credit to you, because that place was on fire.
Rocking, man. Yeah, I mean, it was the best night of my career, like, for that sort of atmosphere. And I think as well, just that venue, I could probably fight at a bigger place, do you know what I mean? But I don't know if you'd be able to create that same atmosphere.
It's like Wolverhampton's your call, isn't it?
Yeah, just bigger, better and cleaner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is that.
But yeah, so that just goes to show already, do you know what I mean? So if you put like a few local boxers on me, obviously Conor's matchroom fighter anyway, but you know, we could sell that out easy, just us two. Do you know what I mean? So the interest is there. You know, I think we might have to start giving Resorts World and stuff. Or I prefer NIA.
And me, I'm not.
It's better play. You know, Resorts World.
Location
Yeah,
as well.
you might there. You got Brindley Place and Broad Street. Everyone's happy. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you're in a bit of a middle of nowhere. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a fan from over, obviously, this side. I would say that because I'm a Brummie, and it takes me. It's quicker for me to get home for once as well.
Yeah.
No hotels.
That is double the distance to Resorts World. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
So the preparation that you've been in, I know that you've been away with or what I'm going to call the bromance with you and Liam Davies, you two together, even in the gym today before he went. How's the preparation been going? Even though I can say that you're someone that stays in the gym.
I do, man, because I don't do nothing else, man. Do you know what I mean? It's just frustrating that I've not got a date to work towards. Everyone in the gym's got a date. Liam's fighting, Zach Parker's fighting, Ryan Griffiths is fighting, Ben Collins is fighting. Who else is fighting?
Not me, but
Definitely not you.
No, definitely not you.
You'll be fighting again if you keep ripping me off with them belts. You'll be fighting. Everyone's fighting, man. Elliot Wales fighting the weekend.
Hey,
Heaney's fighting on the thing. Everyone who walks in the gym's fighting, and just like him there, when you're fighting, soon. it's one of them, innit? Well, I keep training. Got nothing else to do. Otherwise, I'm just yamming bare food at home, and it's not good either.
No, not when you've got to make weight. Felix Cash, I know he's been MIA for a bit. That's it. I was speaking to somebody today. I believe that he's now training with Adam Booth.
Yeah.
Somebody said something to me today about a fighter, and I said, I'm sure there's another fighter that's gone to Adam Booth, and it's just come to me. It's Felix Cash. Talk to me about him, because he was supposed to be fighting everybody under the sun, and obviously now he's got this fight with you. What do you see about his style, Tyler?
He's a good fighter, man. Good amateur, aggressive, strong. But so am everyone else who I fight. Do you know what I mean? So am I. So I don't really care. Just get me in the fight, get us in the ring together, and I'm confident I'll beat him. I know he's gone to Adam Booth. I don't know the reason behind. You have to ask him. Do you know what I mean? All that sort of stuff. But the big worry, he goes missing for a bit, man. Do you know what I mean? And obviously my coach said, don't worry about that. You've just got to concentrate on yourself to do whatever. But even Signani, when I fought him, he was meant to fight him, wasn't he? And pulled out fight week.
Yes.
And then what the plan was, we tried to get Signani for May when I fought McGowan in the end. And then that's why I ended up fighting for like whatever title that was, EEU. Liam takes the piss out of it all the time. So like no one's ever heard of it. Do you know what I mean?
No, we've heard
of it now.
We've heard of it because of you.
Yeah. And but that was good because then it got me in a position to fight for the European. So everything works out. But Cash is a good fighter. Brad Ray was a good fighter. Brad Paul's a good fighter. McGowan's a good fighter. Signani's a good fighter. Rivers a good fighter. Derek Aziz is a good fighter. Do you know what I mean? So I beat these guys, man. I'm a good fighter. I believe I'm a better fighter. So
Talk about that though, because the improvements that you've had over the years. I know it's like activity is obviously key, but you're a fighter that just goes from strength to strength. I need to know about that. There's something in this. Fighters are fighters.
yeah.
And it's a job. Some fighters, they tend to like coast along, and some fighters have massive improvements, and some people just seem to go from strength to strength. And that's what I'd say about you. So talk to me about that. There's got to be something upstairs.
It's this gym, man.
Okay.
I genuinely believe it's this gym. Like everyone's so competitive, wants to beat each other at everything, and you don't even realise that the improvements you're doing. I don't think because I don't know. When someone's like losing weight, you don't even realise yourself you're losing weight, and someone else sees you like 2 months after, and you think, "Wow, I've lost loads of weight." And it's like, "Have I?" It's just little things you keep building up every day. I feel like you try and get that bit better every day. And poor man, I think, in Errol Johnson. Errol's like the mastermind sort of behind it, but Paul's grilling you and putting you through the paces and a bit too much sometimes. Like I have to grass on Errol on the side. I said, Errol, he's making me do this, you know what I mean? I was like, we've still got how many weeks? He's making me do all this, and Errol comes like, Paul, calm down a bit, son. Do you know what I mean? And then Paul looks at me like, you little snitch. Do you know what I mean?
Is he like that with the training? Because a lot of people don't know about Paul, man. We see him. He's like Errol. Those guys are in the background. They're not going to be on camera. Talk to us about Paul.
Paul's ruthless, man. He's ruthless. And
He looks so innocent.
nah,
A bit like that one over there.
Oh, no, yeah, I've watched him. I remember I'll tell it anyway. Liam was fighting. I shouldn't really say it, but it's just funny, man, because we rip him piss out every all the time. Liam was fighting his last fight, and it was about a week before, 2 weeks before. And obviously everyone's tired and that. And he'd done bodyweight, get to the 12 rounds of bodyweight, which is probably the hardest thing we do. Do you know what I mean? He's not even that much technique. You're just whacking the bag for 12 rounds. And Liam told me, I seen Liam the next morning, and Liam was a bit tired, but he's still done well, I thought. He said, Paul rang me last night. I said, yeah. He said, you was fucking terrible on the body bag. He says, you are. That's what he said. He said, you was terrible on the body bag. And Liam's like, oh. And then Paul said, oh, and see you tomorrow. And that was it. That was the whole conversation. Do you know what I mean? But then the next time, obviously, Liam was like, wanted to prove a point to him. So he knows what he's doing. As much as you might get pissed off with him, he's got your best interest at heart.
And he'll play those cycles.
Yeah, he'll play it, man. If you're pissed off for a bit, but he gets the better out of you, he'll do it. And it works out, do you know what I mean? And we can laugh and joke about it now. But I don't think Liam was laughing at the time, do you know what I mean? I don't think he was laughing at the time. I was laughing. I said, Paul, what was Liam like on the body bag yesterday? And he's like, don't get me started. And Liam's getting angry, but...
Has he always been a stickler like that for the training? Because how long have you been here at the BCB with Paul and Errol?
But that's the thing. I was at another gym.
Was you?
Yeah, I started off at another gym until I had about 7 fights, I think. And this is why I wind them up all the time, because I fought Tom Stokes for the Midlands. He was 9-0, and he was from this gym. Do you know what I mean? And then, like, obviously, I've beat him. And I was like, you tried to stitch me. You thought you was you're going to get me beat and whatever. And then I always show him the picture at the end when I'm winning and Paul's in the background like, oh. And I said, you know what I mean? You're a hater from there. I just wired him up. But then I moved to this gym afterwards. And so I've been here since just before COVID or something, about COVID times, I think. I moved
Right, so it's not even that long. I thought you was here like from the beginning.
Nah, but like I think Errol managed me as well though. So
Right.
before, so I always knew him, but I won at this gym.
So he'd be in your corner then on fight nights then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I still know Paul and that as well. But training from this gym, but it's the best thing I've ever done. The other gym was good, but when I started at the other gym, I was at Sean Cooper's. But at the time, we had like, even Ricky Summers was there at the beginning. Andy Robinson, Jay Wellborn was there and stuff.
Andy Robinson.
Yeah.
That's at Dangers.
Yeah, he was there at the beginning. So it was good at the time, but in the end, it was just everyone left, and it was just kind of me. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
And like with a few, I don't know, some white collars was there and stuff. And the difference from training there to training here. And to be fair, they had the coach's blessing. They said, you need to go yourself.
Did
you know?
they?
Yeah. So that was nice. Lyndon Scarlett said as well, I said, you're best just to go. Sean Cooper, boom, go man, do your thing. For the best interest in me, do you know what I mean? And the stuff phoned me up now. So, and that kind of like finished that gym, me leaving then, do you know what I mean? So, fair play to him, man.
I like that because it's nice to have sometimes you see it a lot now, people leaving their trainers left, right and centre. It really makes me nervous, especially when they're doing it a lot. But from a boxer's point of view, and this is where I want you to correct the fans like me, I'm someone that gets nervous when I see, they're with that trainer. Not like yourself that was with one and then have come to another one, you've been here ever since. But when it's more frequent, what would you say to calm down fans like me that maybe get our knickers in a twist because there's trainer hopping?
I don't do it, so I can never see it.
Why?
Not really, because each their own. Do you know what I mean? But like, a lot of people do it until they take a loss, and then they're like, "This guy's no good for me." Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what's gone in there. I've never experienced that. I've never thought that for 1 second to think I need to move gyms like that. So I can't really answer it. But for me, hopefully, touch wood, happen. But say if I was to lose in the future, I wouldn't start saying, this gym's shit, I need to get there. Because I don't know.
Do you think accountability is like an issue with sometimes with fighters?
So, yeah, I think instead of looking at themselves, like they might try and look at, I've never done this, never done that. But it's even like certain game plans and that. Like it's only even like, say in my fights and that we have a rough game plan of what we'd like to do and stuff, but you never really know because it's like that's why I never watch people fight really because they're never fighting me, so they could be completely different in that fight. So I think you gotta have that relationship with your coach to come back to the corner and adapt and do what he says to do. Then do you know what I mean? And listen to the coach. If you're not gonna at least try what he says doing, then don't have him in your corner. Do you know what I mean? There's no point, is there really? It's easier said than done sometimes. I've not always been. I don't know, they've told me to box a bit more and I've just gone a bit wild. But I
remember you told me that
you know what I mean?
when he was screaming at you, weren't he? And you said you didn't want to go back into the corner because you knew the punishment was going to be worse. You thought, all right, I better start listening.
That's what I mean.
Was that Brad Paul's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was listening. I could hear him. I could just, if I threw a shot and I was out of range and missed, Errol just grunts, and I just know. And he half takes my mind. I feel like, I want to look at him, but I don't look at him because I'm scared to see his look that he's going to give me. Even when I get to the corner, let's look at the floor like that.
You know what? I'm going to look out for that with you now.
If I'm looking at his face, I've done well. Do you know what I mean? But if I'm looking like this, I know that, don't know, man, take it off or something and just look over and look at you. It's that sort of relationship. We don't let them down, man. They put a lot of effort in them here twice a day to train you and stuff. So that's another thing as well. And I feel like a bit of loyalty as well. These guys, here, say your coach, say 10% or whatever, they might take you 10% when you're getting bloody 500 quid, do you know what I mean? But then some people don't want to give them a certain percentage when they start earning money then.
I've heard that before.
Do you know what I mean? I don't get that. Them guys are earning pennies and that, and they've put all these hours in. Can you imagine, like, them here, like, twice a day, every day, I think, like, 6 days a week. It's just Saturday, I don't think they're not here. So, and then when they get to a position where they can start earning some money back and trying to get something out of it, people just get rid of them and get the new guy in and whatever.
Because they want to pay the cheaper rate.
Yeah. But them guys have been there earning pennies, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's tough, man. Like, I don't think I think once I quit boxing, I don't think I'd go into coaching and
You
stuff.
wouldn't?
Nah. Just because it's the amount of effort. Maybe after I have a few years rest and stuff, I could probably do it. But I'm here more than I'm here. Do you know what I mean? So, don't know, man. I've got other shit to do.
Errol, so I know you mentioned him grunting in the corner, but what is he like as well? Because Errol Johnson, Black Country Boxing Club. I went to your media day that you had,
Yeah.
which was brilliant. Errol Johnson is someone that everyone sees at fight nights. He's in the corner, he's got his cap on, he's low key, and he will not. I've tried to get him on the channel, and he's not having it. Talk to us about Errol. Let me just make sure that's not on. Yeah. Let us know about Errol Johnson,
Errol.
who I thought was actually a black guy before I met him.
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah, Errol.
Shout out to Macca in West Bromwich. God, what's the name of the gym? West Brom High Street. Macca Richards.
Yeah.
So all of that, that's where I'm from.
Errol. I used to work with him, Macca,
Did you?
Dudley Council.
At the council?
Yeah, we worked together for
Yeah.
like 10 years. Or
He
whatever.
coaches my son.
Yeah. Good guy, man. Errol, he just that. Like this, you'd never get him to do this. There's
he's
no
refused.
way you get him
He's
to this,
refused.
man. There's no way you get him to this. He's like that. You'd think he's like a Pablo Escobar or something. Do you know what I mean?
Guys are so sick.
You know what I mean? He don't want to get in no media or something. He's still got like a 3310 or whatever. The guy, people offer him to give him phones just so he can have WhatsApp, but he don't want it. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
He's mad like, but his knowledge is like second to none, I think. And anyone in the boxing game knows who he is. He's been in the game his whole life. Do you know what I mean? From his dad, and that his dad used to do it as well. So, but his knowledge, and when he tells you something, you listen. He just demands that respect. Just little things on the pads and stuff as well. And in the corner, he's that calm and just relaxed. Unless you've pissed him off, that you know what I mean. That he just everything just works, man. He works. I can't big him up enough. But he wouldn't like that, to be fair. So
Yeah, I saw him yesterday. He was hiding at the Wasserman
He will.
presser, and I said hello to him and that, but he was literally hiding in the corner.
he will,
like, yeah.
man. He'll hide like something out of a movie or something, and he's got his cap like that.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yep.
you don't know he's there. He's like ready to attack someone or something. But it's the way he is, isn't he? It's the way he is. And I've seen him having a picture. I can't remember I had a picture of him. And I said, you never have a picture of me. Do you know what I mean? But that's what it is. When I won the European, I said, come in for a picture. He says, no, come in for a picture. And then obviously Ben Sean was there. He said, come in. He said, no. And in the end, he come in.
Did he?
I said, oh, you listen, if Ben Shalom says you'll have a picture of him. Do you know what I mean? He said, don't start. But I managed to get a picture. Even that though, his cap's like that, you can just about see his,
Make
like,
his face out.
Yeah, bottom of his nose and his mouth.
In a past life.
Yeah. I don't know what he's like, man, but I don't know what's wrong with him.
No,
But he's good at his job anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the main thing. You don't really need to be a camera guy for me. As long as he gets me the fights. He's my manager as well, isn't he? So he sorts everything out, and you got to trust the process, ain't you?
I think a lot of people don't realise how many people that he actually does manage and does look after. But what I like, and I've always been an advocate of it. Yes, we're from the same city, the same region. I won't say Birmingham again, fucking hell. But we're from the same region. And what I like to see is the fact that the fighters from our region are starting to put us on the map. People are starting to take us seriously. One of the biggest fights that I will always go back to was Conor Walker as well. I was speaking to Eddie Earn the other day. I'm saying this because obviously you're going to fight on Matchroom, and maybe in similar circumstances as well. He went in as the underdog. He was going in against, Team GB, Mr. Perfect as far as boxing is concerned. Obviously, they've had a look. Yeah, Conor Walker sounds like a good matchup for him. The whole fight week, Conor was like happy, energetic. He was saying, well, Conor said to me, he's got to worry about me.
Yeah.
Why have I got to worry about him? He's got to worry about me. And that was kind of like the energy that he was exuding. It carried on all the way through to his ring walk, and we saw what happened in the ring. And Eddie brought him up to me. He says, I'll tell you who I do like. Conor Walker.
Yeah.
He's from round by you, Conor Walker. He was fighting on Saturday, and then he's doing roofing or decorating on the Monday. What does it mean when you hear about other fighters? And like I said, I'm mentioning this because you're going to fight on Matchroom for your defence. possibilities, changes that are going to help Tyler Denny to progress his career? Did you even think that it would like get to this?
No way.
know what I
Like I
mean?
said,
What-
I wasn't meant to win that Midlands. I saw when Errol was
Crazy.
trying to stitch me up. Because I'd only had a few fights at the time, and my coach kept saying, "No, he's not ready. He's only had 4 rounders yet. Let him have a 6-rounder at least." So, and then I wasn't meant to win the English. Definitely, you know what I mean. No one would thought I'd be European. So, and I'm buzzing for Connor. Do you know what I mean? I was there, and he hammered him as well, didn't he? It's not
Yeah.
like he just like got a little decision. He absolutely hammered him, and there was no one happier in the thing, man. Yeah, and I was buzzing for him, and then he's gone over to, was it Belfast?
Yes.
And then done the job inside 3 rounds and stuff. So we speak regular. I was on the phone to him yesterday, to be fair. Buzzing for him. Anyone who's local as well. Sometimes it's not even going to be local. You just see someone's story and that, but
Yeah.
you know, you're more likely to know the story when they're local. Do you know what I mean? Like, Connor, he smashed it, man. And
But so have you.
Yeah,
This is what
that's
I'm
what
saying,
I mean,
because
it's
I'd say the same thing to Connor
Yeah.
about you. It's a similar story.
Yeah, I think that's why we can relate to each
Yeah.
other as well. Do you know what I mean? He's took his losses, I've took my losses, and we've both come back. And a loss ain't the end of the world, is it? And he's shit in this game because everyone's like, he's lost, he's shit, he's a bum. Do you know what I mean? He's a bum now. And it's mad in football, you lose and you win the next week and you're great again, do you know what I mean? But boxing's weird like that. And that kind of puts people off from fighting people, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Not me personally,
hear that.
but like I can see why people wouldn't want to fight
Makes
other
you more
person.
choosy.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
You're thinking, oh, that might be a bit of a risk. And I
Yeah.
don't want to lose my all.
Yeah, but I get it as well because I want to build people up to. So I think Ben gets a lot of shit as well. But he's only had like 5 or 6 fights, isn't he? And just out of curiosity, the other day I had a look at like who Anthony Joshua fought after 5 or 6 fights, who Amir Khan fought after 5 and 6 fights, and maybe they was getting the same stick. I don't know. Maybe
No.
I don't think there was. You know what I mean? But obviously Ben's a bit more flamboyant about it, so probably gets some bit more eyes. But them guys are Olympians as well, and look what they've gone on to do. James the Gal, I don't know who he was fighting after 5, 6 fights. Do you know what I mean? They've all gone on to be world champions. man.
Muhammad Ali,
That's
Mike Tyson.
just look at the people
list
that's fighting.
goes on.
So
Why do you think we're like that, though? Why do you think we're
I
so
think, well, I think
critical?
what it is because people just want to see a downfall of someone. I think they want to chuck him in maybe for, I don't know, 10, 12 round fight against someone who's right up there and hope that he's not ready for the rounds or something, and to see him lose, I don't know.
Why are people-
weird? I don't
yeah.
know, man. Why would you want that?
I don't know.
Why would you want that?
Don't know.
And them same people, I'm cheering, Ben Whitaker goes on, let's watch him. Do you know what I mean? Or even if they want to watch him, they still want to watch him. So I don't get people's mentality. Fucking losers, really.
It's really weird because I remember I spoke to Nathan Gorman years ago when just before Matty Harris was turning pro, and he was telling me a story about some guy was trolling him online, saying all sorts of weird stuff. But then he said he was at the shops, and this guy came up to him. Obviously, he didn't know who he was, and says, "Oh, I'm a big fan of yours. Can I have a picture?" And Nathan Gorman gave him a picture, and he thought, "Oh, let me see who this guy is," because obviously he put it up.
Yeah.
He'd been trolling him
That's
for
what
like
I'm saying,
ages
man.
before he's
The
like
same
a
people.
fan, like, yeah.
That's what I said to you earlier. The same people who ask for your autograph and the picture and everything, the photo, and I've met so and so. Call you a dickhead the day before. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't make it up, man. But I don't know why people are like that. It's like this. I wouldn't even say it's a jealous thing. People just want to see people fail.
Weird.
For whatever reason. I'd like to see, I'm happy for people to do well, man. They get why people get off on it, man. Just like, yes, he's lost. He's a fuck. It don't affect their life.
That's what I mean. I think, I think somebody said to me that, you know, those who know better do better.
Yeah.
And you're never critical of someone that's doing, you know, that if you're doing better than that person or you've got, you know, spare time on your hands and all of that. But even though saying that with the boxing public, and I get it, I'm a fickle fan sometimes too, and maybe I get frustrated.
Like even
Do you know
say
what I mean?
football, I'd watch something and say like,
As long as it's not against Jude Bellingham.
oh no. Yeah. But it'd say like Aaron Maguire, for instance, I say he's fucking, you know, before, oh, he's shit. I think the whole country was saying he's shit, but I was thinking, I wish I was that shit, that I could play for Man U in England and how much money in it, and there's me calling him shit. Do you know what I mean?
So we do. It's a natural.
More guilty of it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'm going, someone makes a mistake and say, "Oh, he's shit." He's Premier League footballer. Of course, he's not shit. I could only dream of being that shit. Do you know what I mean? I won't be in this boxing gym now. I'll be playing football, doing whatever I'll be doing. being shit, but I won't mind. Do you know what I mean?
Getting paid for 400 grand.
That's
or
what I
whatever.
mean. It's been nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Might be able to fucking buy a belt off him if they done that.
Mate, this is going to happen every time Tyler comes on the channel. You're going to get a special shout out. In fact, do you want to come and say hello so we can all see who you are? Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't want to.
No, I don't want people to notice because he's black and blue tomorrow, and that and they say I've done it to him. Yeah.
We'll wipe the evidence. We'll wipe it. But your fight, have you got any idea of when it's going to be? Because we're looking forward to seeing you back out.
I got told like they've got 2 weeks to give me a date and a venue. So then, and I think it's got to happen 60 days from there. And I don't know if it's got to happen by the end of April. Some Errol worked it. I don't know if his maths, some of the best maths or whatever, but. So it can't be that far, really, end of April. But I don't know, again, maybe they can ask for extensions and stuff. I don't know, man. I think that's the worst thing about being like...
A belt holder?
No, but losing the purse bids, I think.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas, I don't know, maybe if they do know, they'd tell me, but I couldn't say that for definite. I don't have to deal with them, so... But just in genuine, say, if they wanted their guy to win, they're going to give their guy...
Advantage?
Yeah, which that's how it works, doesn't it? But it's up to me. Just stay ready. I'm in the gym today. I've done some sparring and that today. I'll be ready. They could tell me it's beginning of April and I'd be ready. Do you know what I mean? I'm always ready. Like I said, I've got nothing else better to do.
I won't even ask what that is crawling across the roof. But one of the things then I'll ask you to finish on, has your boxing career to this day been exactly what you imagined it would have been?
No way. It's been miles better than I'd imagined. It's been miles better. Honestly, when I become a professional boxer, I was still working. I didn't it as an hobby really. I never really had no expectations, and even now people say, "What do you want to get to?" My only expectation in boxing is I always want to win my next fight, and this is where it's got me to. Do you know what I mean? So I want to win my next fight. So my next one's Felix Cash. So I want to beat him. And if you keep doing that, wherever you get to, well, that's where you'll get to. You can't do nothing about that. Do you know what I mean? So I've never said I wanted to be this, I wanted to do that. Do you know what I mean? I think I just want to win my next fight, to keep bettering myself. And it's worked out good so far. Well, beyond good, like I say, I've exceeded my own expectations because I never had none, really. Do you know what I mean? I never had none.
But isn't that the best thing though? Because it's kind of like you know, they say, oh, only dead fish go with the flow. Well, actually, no. How about you just, like you said, you're going through, this is your journey, and that's what, it's not the destination, is it?
Like, so it's not really like I've just gone with the flow and trickled along. I've put 110% into every day that I've done. Do you know what I mean? So my outlook on it, if I just put everything that I can put into it, and when I go to bed at night, each night, I know I can't do no more, then I can't do no more than that, can you? Do you know what I mean? And as much as you believe in yourself and everything which I do, and my confidence comes from my training, do you know what I mean? But if someone did beat me who was just better than me, do you know what I mean? Then what can I do? But if someone beat me because I cut a corner or something, I couldn't, that'd live with me for the rest of my life then, do you know what I mean? I can't do it. You don't know regrets, do you? And right now I've got no regrets, man.
And that's the final thing I'm going to say to you, because one thing I will say about you is you've got heart. We see fighters that are prepared to like fight to literally the death.
Yeah.
That's what the corner's there for. Some fighters you can see they want the corner to save them, and they're not too sure. But then there's some fighters that you literally have to get dragged out the ring. You're that fighter because I do believe that you will fight to the death. You have this fearless mentality. For your fans, where's that come from, Tyler? And that's the final one from me.
I think I'm so competitive, man. I think that's where I've got to. It's just I hate losing. I hate losing. So, you know, I just want to put everything in, and you know, I'm not afraid to get knocked out. Like, you know, if you get knocked out, so what? Do you know what I mean? I just think you're going to fight. What's the worst that could happen? Obviously, you don't think crazy stuff can happen, like but you know, percentage. What's the worst that could happen? You can get knocked out. So what? It's not that big of a deal to me. Like, do you know what I mean?
You are fearless, aren't you?
Yeah, man. Like, end of the day, you fight. You know, you're getting paid for something that you enjoy doing. Do you know what I mean? It's this sort of stuff I probably don't enjoy doing, your circuits and your track work and that. But fighting, I'd fight every day if they let me. Do you know what I mean? So And you're getting paid to do it on top of that. You can get in, like, people come and support you and stuff, and you can't get no better than that for me. So I don't feel the pressure. I just get people saying, "Me nervous? You never seem nervous." I'm buzzing. I'm excited, man. Do you know what I mean? What am I nervous for? But because I've trained so hard, and I think I can do certain things. Like I said, we've got certain things we have to do in the camp, and we keep building up. Say you got 8 of these, that way 10 of them, 12 of them.
There's a taper
Do you know what I
thing,
mean?
yeah.
And then once you've got to them, for me, that is a lot harder than sparring and the fights and stuff. So if I know I can do them, I'm just going to have fun then.
Train hard, fight easy.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. And I love the fighting anyway. Even if I'm knackered or whatever, I'm still going to go. You have to drag me out of there, knock me out clean.
Yeah.
I don't mind, man. That's the thing. Obviously, I don't want to get knocked out, but it's not that big of a deal to me.
We love it. Listen, Tyler Denny, hopefully we'll get some fight news soon on when he's fighting Felix Cash. A good fight. Will it be inactivity that's a downfall for Felix Cash? Will that then give Tyler an advantage? Or who knows? Do we know how hard Felix Cash has been training? Is it still a 50-50 fight?
Still.
Either way, Tyler Denny is a fighter that is always up for it on the night. And I mean that, boxing.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.